my fears. God's love is my protein, wiping away tears. Muscles aching, but my soul's getting stronger. Walking with the Lord, I can go a little longer. The world sees reps, but I'm building my faith. Every challenge faces amazing grace. My body's a temple, I'm stewarding with care. In fitness and in spirit is glory, I declare. In the quiet between sets, I hear his gentle voice, reminding me I'm chosen, I'm his special choice. When I feel like quitting, his strength becomes mine. Pushing past my limits, touched by the divine. This gym's my mission, feel my testimony's clear. God's love is my motivation, casting out all fear. When heaven is the gym, I feel God's strength in me. And every push and pull, his presence sets me free. When heaven is the gym, my body's a living prayer. In the sweat and the silence, I know that he is there. No need for stained glass, the iron is my altar. With Jesus as my trainer, my faith will never falter. My world God's an offering, my gains all for his glory. Each rep tells a story of grace and victory. Lord, as I leave the gym, keep my spirit strong. Let my life be worship, a never-ending song. In every step I take, and all I say and do, may I reflect your strength and always point to you. I am the light of the world, John 8:12. From darkness to light, my soul takes flight. From the valley of shadow to the mountain of light, you lifted me up, gave me new sight. Now I'm running to you, no looking back. Your love fills every lack, I'm on the right track. Addicted to life, can't get enough of your love. Feeling my soul from above. Addicted to life, your presence is my new high. And you want all my fears subside. No need for substitutes, you're all I need. On your light, my spirit feeds. Your radiance consumes me, sets my heart ablaze. In your glow, I'll spend all my days. Lord, keep me close, in your light I'll stay. Guide my step, light up my way. May your love be the only thing I crave. Your light, the only light I'll ever need.
If the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed, John 8:36. From chains to change, his grace sets me free. Broken bottles, broken dreams, shattered life it seems, but your love breaks through, sewing up the seams. Each day is a battle, temptation's always near, but your strength sustains me, drives away the fear. One day at a time, I'm learning how to live, finding hope and purpose in all you freely give. The past don't define me, those scars still remain. In your holy recovery, I'm no longer the same. You're the power in my weakness, the strength when I can't cope. In the depths of my addiction, you became my only hope. Now I'm walking in your freedom, though the road is far from easy. Your grace is sufficient, your love never leaves me. Holy recovery, your grace rehabilitates. Mercy flows endlessly, my soul it elevates. Holy recovery, each step I take with you brings healing to my heart, makes all things new. In your arms I'm safe, no need to numb the pain. Your love's the only light that'll ever remain. Relax relapse and regret try to pull me under, but your forgiveness speaks louder than my blunders. In meetings and prayers, I find my sacred space, surrounded by others who've tasted your grace. The cravings still come, but you give me power to choose what's right in every crucial hour. My testimony's growing with each passing day. In holy recovery, I'm here to stay. From the depths you pull me, set my feet on solid ground. In my weakness, your strength is found. No more shame, no more hiding. I'm facing life head on with you beside me. I can overcome every trial, every trigger, every doubt and fear. In holy recovery, your presence draws me near. Holy recovery, your grace rehabilitates. Mercy flows endlessly, my soul it elevates. Holy recovery, each step I take with you brings healing to my heart, makes all things new. In your arms I'm safe, no need to numb the pain. Your love's the only hope that'll ever remain. You're rewriting my story, page by precious pain. Holy recovery, it's my new way. Oh, Lord, keep me humble, grateful for each sober day. Guide my step, help me walk your way. May my life be a witness to your redeeming power. Your grace that saves and heals every single hour.
For I do not do the good I want to do, but the evil I do not want to do. This I keep on doing, Romans 7:19. The war within rages, but Christ's victory reigns.
Mind divided, soul in conflict. Flesh and spirit locked in a battle so strict. Temptation whispers, righteousness calls. In this internal war, I stumble and fall, but your grace lifts me up, gives strength to stand in the spiritual combat. You take my hand, the whole nature fights, but the new man's rising. Your power in me is not surprising. The war within it rages, fierce and strong. But in your presence, I know where I belong. Though I'm weak, your might makes me whole. Victory's assured for my torn soul. The war within, but Jesus fights for me. His love's my weapon. Hey, sets my spirit free. The war within, but I'm not alone. Your spirit's my ally, making your will known. Yeah. In every struggle, every inner fight, your grace empowers me to choose what's right. Battle fills my heart, trenches in my mind. Enemies relentless, but your love so kind. Each day's a skirmish between dark and light, but your word's my sword, giving strength to fight. The flesh is weak, but the spirit's willing. Your power in me, it's so fulfilling. Though I may falter, you never fail. In this war within, your love prevails. From conflict to conquest, you transform the fray. Your presence, my peace in the heat of the day. No longer a slave to sin's tyranny. In you I find true identity. The war may rage, but the battle's won. Victory's secured by God's own son. The war within, but Jesus fights for me. His love's my weapon. Sets my spirit free. The war within, but I'm not alone. Your spirit's my ally, making your will known. Yeah. In every struggle, every inner fight, your grace empowers me to choose what's right. No longer defeated. In you I'm complete. The war within ends in your victory, sweet Lord. Give me my strength in this daily war. Help me trust you more and more. May your will triumph in every part as you fight the war within my heart. Call to me. And I will answer you, Jeremiah 33:3.
On concrete knees, I'm calling out to you. Cold hard ground beneath my knees, city noise drowns out my pleas, but I know you hear every word. My broken cries, they don't go unheard. Streets are mean, life's got me beat, but on this corner we gon' meet. No fancy words, just raw emotion, pouring out my heart in pure devotion. On concrete knees, I'm laying it all down. In the chaos of the city, your presence can't be found. No filter on my prayers, just keeping it real. In the grid of life, your love I can feel. Knees on concrete, I'm calling your name. In the streets, in the struggle, you remain the same. Knees on concrete, my faith ain't pretty, but you meet me here in the heart of the city. Raw and unfiltered, this is how I pray. On concrete knees. Come, what? Tears mixed with dirt, staying in the ground. In this urban jungle, grace can't be found. No church walls here, just open sky. Between the towers, I let out my cry. You're in the alleys, you're in the pain, in every tear, in every stain. When life's too much and hope seems gone, on concrete knees, I'm holding on. From the depths of the city, my soul cries out. Through sirens and shout, my faith breaks through doubt. You're here in the chaos and these broken heart. On concrete knees, a new chapter starts. No need for pretense, you see me as I am. In every raw prayer, you understand. These on concrete, I'm calling your name. In the streets, in the struggle, you remain the same. These on concrete, my faith ain't pretty, but you meet me here in the heart of the city. Raw and unfilled, you, this is how I pray. On concrete knees, your love lights the way. In the realness of life, your head breaks through. On concrete knees, I'm finding you.
Lord, hear the prayers rising from the streets. Every tear, every hope at your feet.
May our concrete faith
Concrete faith,
move mountains high
mountains high.
as we lift our hearts to the urban sky.
Train yourself to be godly, 1 Timothy 4:7. Welcome to Heaven's Gym, where faith gets stronger. Yeah. Yeah. No dumbbells here, just heavy burdens lifted. Spiritual reps, my soul getting gifted. Cardio for the heart, running this race with endurance. Building up faith, developing spiritual assurance. Flexing my prayer life, stretching my compassion. Resistance, training against a worldly distraction. Spot me, Lord, as I push past my limits. Your word's my protein, I'm growing every minute.
In Heaven's Gym, I'm training day and night, strengthening my spirit for the good fight. No visible gains, but my faith's getting stronger. In this invisible workout, I'm going longer. Heaven's Gym, where the real growth happens. Spirit over flesh, that's what really matters. Heaven's Gym, training heart and soul. God's my trainer, making me whole. Sweating out doubt, building up belief. In Heaven's Gym, finding true relief.
Bench pressing temptation, squatting low in humility. Cross training my mind with biblical agility. Sparing with doubt, knock out punches to fear. Got my corner man always keeping me clear. No membership fee, grace gets me through the door. Each trial of rep making me stronger than before. Personal best is looking more like Christ. In Heaven's Gym, paying the price.
Not just Sunday warriors, it's just daily grind. Transforming the body, renewing the mind. Every prayer a push up, every praise a plank. In God's economy, my face in the bank. Invisible gains with eternal weight. In Heaven's Gym, it's never too late.
Lord, be my strength in this daily training. Keep my spirit fit, my faith sustaining. Mage walk out, bring me closer to you. In heaven's children, making all things new.
Yeah, I got a question that's been on my mind. What if Jesus scrolled through my music? Would he hit skip or would he vibe? Let's talk about it. I got trappies bumping when I'm rolling through the city. Got that gospel on repeat when I'm feeling extra spiritual. But in between the songs I glorify the things I'm fighting. And I wonder what would Jesus think if he could hear them all. Hey, I claim I'm different but my playlist tells another story. Got worship songs on Sunday, then the world Monday morning. I'm streaming tracks about the money, about the flex and fame. Then switch to praise and worship like I'm playing some kind of game. But what if Jesus really saw what I consume? The lyrics that I'm feeding to my heart inside my room. Would he see a follower, someone lost in contradiction? Living double-minded with a spiritual addiction. Sounding holy in the church, but worldly in the streets. Having one foot in the kingdom while the other one competes. A culture that opposes everything he came to teach. Man, I gotta ask myself, what message do I preach? With every song I play, with every artist that I stream, am I building up my faith or am I tearing at the seams? Cause music is a language that speaks straight into the soul. And what I let inside my ears affects my self-control. If Jesus had my playlist, would he recognize a son? Or would he see a house divided, a battle now you won? I gotta check my heart, check what I'm letting in. Cause the soundtrack of my life should glorify him. If Jesus had my playlist, what would he find? Songs that build his kingdom or just noise or pass the time? Would he see a worshiper or someone playing both sides? I gotta clean up what I'm streaming, let his truth be my guide. If Jesus had playlist, would I be ashamed of the messages I'm feeding to my mind day after day? It's time to be intentional with every single choice. Cause what I listen to will shape my heart and voice. Now I'm not saying every song gotta be a worship track, or that we can't appreciate the art of where it's at. But I am saying we should guard what enters through our ears. Cause slowly, simply music shapes our values through the years. I used to think it didn't matter, it's just entertainment, right? But then I noticed how those lyrics stay with me at night. How they influence my decisions, my perspective, what I chase. How the world's philosophy was taking up too much space. In my mind where Christ should be residing on the throne. Instead I'm memorizing verses from rappers in the zone who don't know Jesus, who promote a lifestyle that's opposed to everything the Bible says about the path I chose. So now I'm getting more selective, more intentional with my sound. Asking, does this build me up or does this tear me down? Not being legalistic, just being wise and aware. Why would I feed my spirit matters? I gotta handle it with care. Cause if Jesus walked with me and heard what's playing in my headphones, would he be proud of what I'm listening to? Would he feel alone in a space that should be sacred, in a heart that claims his name, but sounds more like the culture than someone who's been changed? It's not about perfection, it's about intention and direction. Am I moving toward the world or toward his resurrection? Every song's a seed is planted in the garden of my mind, and eventually that harvest will show up in my life. So I'm checking my Spotify, I'm checking Apple Music too. I'm asking, does this honor God or does this lay me from the truth? And if it doesn't build my faith, if it tears down what he's built, then maybe it's time to delete it, maybe it's time to quit. Filling up my mind with messages that contradict my mission. I'm on a journey till it'll be more like Christ. It takes a clear decision to guard my heart, to guard my ears, to guard what influences me. Cause I wanna be a vessel that reflects his purity. If Jesus had my playlist, what would he find? Songs that build his kingdom or just noise to pass the time? Would he see a worshiper or someone playing both sides? I gotta clean up what I'm streaming, let his truth be my God. If Jesus had playlist, would I be ashamed of the messages I'm feeding to my mind day after day? It's time to be intentional with every single choice. Cause what I listen to will shape my heart and voice. Yeah, it shapes my heart and voice. Yeah, it shapes my heart and voice. My perspective and my choice, to follow him with everything, or let the world make all the noise.
When the world is sleeping, I'm wide awake. These are the hours when my soul breaks, but you're still listening. You always are. Yeah. It's 3 a.m. and I can't close my eyes again. Thoughts racing like a battlefield inside my head, no end. The silence is so loud, it's almost deafening. But in the quiet, I can hear you beckoning. I pour my heart out in the darkness of my room, wrestling with my worries underneath the moon. Nobody knows the weight I carry when the lights go out, but you're the friend who hears me even when I shout. I talk to you about the things I can't say in the day. The fears that paralyze me, the doubts that won't go away, the dreams that feel impossible, the pain that won't subside. You're the only one who sees the tears I try to hide. These midnight conversations keep me holding on when everything around me tells me something's wrong. You meet me in the insomnia, in the restless night, and somehow in the darkness you become my light. I tell you about my struggles, about the battles that I face, about feeling inadequate, like I'm running the wrong race. But you remind me gently that your grace is enough, that even in my weakness you're making me tough. When the world is quiet and I'm all alone, you're the voice that tells me I am not on my own. In the stillness of the night, you draw near, and suddenly my 3 a.m. becomes crystal clear. I still talk to God at 3 a.m. when my soul is weary and I need a friend. When the weight of the world is crushing my chest, He's the peace that comes when I can't find rest. I still talk to God at 3 a.m. when anxiety's knocking and won't let me in. When I'm tired of pretending that I'm holding it together, He's the anchor in the storm, my hope forever. There's something sacred about these hours before dawn, when it's just me and Jesus and the darkness isn't gone. No distractions, no performance, no facade to maintain, just a broken heart before a God who feels my pain. I confess my deepest secrets, the ones I'm scared to speak, the addictions I still battle, the ways I still feel weak, the anger that I harbor, the bitterness I hide, the jealousy and pride that war deep inside. But you don't condemn me, you just listen and receive every honest word I'm speaking, every reason that I grieve. You don't rush me through my process or tell me to move on. You just sit with me in silence till I see the breaking dawn. These 3 a.m. conversations taught me how to pray, not with fancy words or phrases that religious people say, but with groans too deep for language, with tears that flood my face, with raw and unfiltered honesty covered by your grace. I learned that worship isn't always singing happy songs. Sometimes it's crying out to God when everything goes wrong. It's bringing in my questions even when there's no reply. It's trusting that He's working even when I don't know why. And every night I come to you, you're faithful to respond. Maybe not with lightning bolts and miracles beyond, but with a quiet reassurance deep within my soul that whispers I am with you and I'll never let you go. In the watches of the night, you're watching over me. You're the shepherd who stays awake so his sheep can sleep in peace. And though I'm still awake, I'm resting in your care, knowing that my midnight prayers don't disappear in there. They rise like incense to your throne, they matter to your heart. You bottle every tear I cry, you've known me from the start. So I'll keep bringing you my 3 a.m.s, my sleepless, restless nights, cause you're the God who meets me there and turns my dark to light. These conversations in the night are shaping who I am, teaching me to lean on you, to trust your perfect plan. And one day when I'm standing in your presence face to face, I thank you for those 3 a.m. moments of amazing grace. I still talk to God at 3 a.m. when my soul is weary and I need a friend. When the weight of the world is crushing my chest, He's the peace that comes when I can't find rest. I still talk to God at 3 a.m. when anxiety's knocking and won't let me in. When I'm tired of pretending that I'm holding it together, He's the anchor in the storm, my hope forever. Yeah, He's my hope forever. In the midnight hour, when I'm at my weakest, He shows me His power. Yeah. I stand before the mirror in the morning light, see the scars, see the flaws, see the eternal fight between who I was and who I'm called to be. But behind my reflection there's a Cross I see, it reminds me that my identity isn't found in what I've done, or the mistakes I made, or the battles I haven't won. It's found in the one who died to set me free, who took my place so I could find my true identity. I used to look and only see my shame and guilt, the broken pieces of a life that's in it built. But now I see beyond the surface, past the pain. I see a man redeemed, washed clean by Jesus' name. The mirror shows my failures, but the cross shows His grace. It shows that I'm forgiven, that I found my place. Not because I'm perfect or because I've earned my keep, but because He loved me first while I was still asleep. In my sin, in my pride, in my wandering ways, He pursued me with a love that wouldn't be swayed. And now when I look at my reflection every day, I remember that the old me has been washed away.
I'm not defined by my past anymore, cause the cross stand between me and that door. What I see in the mirror isn't all I am. I'm a new creation in the great I am. There's a cross in my mirror, reminding me that I'm not who I was. I've been set free every morning. When I see my face, I see His mercy, I see His grace. There's a cross in my mirror, it's my identity. Not the failure, not the shame, but who Christ made me to be. So I walk in the truth every single day, cause the cross in my mirror shows me the way. Some days I still struggle with the man I see, the insecurities, the doubts that try to capture me. I look at my reflection and I see my weakness there. But the cross reminds me that Christ already conquered every fear. He doesn't see me through the lens of my mistakes. He see me through the lens of the sacrifice He made. When He died upon that cross 2,000 years ago, He saw my face and said, this is why I had to go. So now my worth isn't based on performance or achievement. It's based on His finished work, His perfect covenant agreement. That says you are mine, you forgiven, you are made new, and nothing you can do will make me stop loving you. The enemy whispers lies when I'm standing at the glass. He says you're not enough, you'll never escape your past. But the cross speaks louder than the accuser ever could. It says you're righteous, you're holy, you're understood by a Savior who bore every sin, every shame, who took the punishment so you could bear His name. So when I look in the mirror, I refuse to see just my imperfections. I see Christ live in me. The old me died when I came to the cross. What I gained was far greater than what I lost. I lost my sin, my guilt, my chains, and I gained His righteousness, His peace that remains. So now I don't identify with who I used to be. I'm crucified with Christ and Christ lives in me. It's not about self-improvement or trying to be better. It's about dying to self and letting Him be the trendsetter of my life. Every decision, living with
Se debe fomentar el respeto mutuo entre las barras. Los delegados administrativos, padres y docentes deben promover la barra a favor de su escuela. Está prohibido en todo momento conductas provocadoras o restrictivas como los cánticos, porras, burlas o comentarios en contra de la escuela rival, así como las ofensas verbales, el lanzar objetos, gestos insultantes y amenazas. Igualmente está censurado los gritos, las críticas, los insultos y las amenazas a los árbitros, delegados y organizadores. Está prohibido el uso de todo artefacto que produzca ruido como tambores, megáfonos, matracas, bubucelas, etc. También debe haber silencio en el momento de los tiros libres. Esperamos que disfruten el juego.
To die to myself so Christ can thrive. The cross in my mirror makes everything clear. I almost walked away from everything I believed. Stood at the edge of faith, wondering if I should leave. Tired of praying prayers that seemed to hit the ceiling. Tired of trusting God when I wasn't seeing a feeling. Any evidence that He would listen to my cries. Any proof that He was there behind the silent skies. I gave Him everything and watched my life fall apart. Started questioning if He really cared about my heart. The church that just had faith, but faith felt like a lie. When I watched my mother suffer, watched her slowly die. Where was the healing God? Where were the miracles? All I got was silence and some spiritual principles that didn't pay my bills or take away my pain. Didn't stop the heartbreak or the tears that felt like rain. So I packed up my Bible, said I think I'm done with this. Could follow when Jesus led me to an empty abyss. So I thought in my anger, in my grief, I couldn't see that He was there, even in my unbelief. Hey, I blame Him for all my losses, for the prayers He didn't answer, for the doors that stay closed while I watched my life turn to cancer. I was bitter, I was broken, I was ready to let go of a faith that seemed to promise but delivered only no. I almost quit, I almost gave up on it all. I was standing on the ledge ready to fall, but just when I was walking out the door, He whispered something that I never heard before. Not in words but in a feeling deep inside. He said I never left you, I've been here all this time. I almost quit faith, almost threw it all away. Thought God had abandoned me, left me in the grave, but when I was falling He was was holding me still. When I couldn't feel him, he was working his will. I almost quit faith, couldn't see through the night, but he was in the darkness, being my light. Now I'm standing on the other side of doubt, and I know that he never let me go even when I was out. Looking back now I can see what I couldn't see then, that he was carrying me through my darkest when I thought I was alone, thought I was forsaken, but his grace was there even when my faith was shaking. He didn't answer prayers the way I wanted him to, but he was answering in ways I never knew. He was building character when I wanted comfort. He was growing patience when I wanted a shortcut. He was teaching me to trust him even in the void, to believe not because I see but because he's employed. Every trial, every test, every valley I've been through to shape me into someone who knows his love is true. Not because of feelings or circumstances that align, but because he proved his love when he hung upon that line between heaven and earth, taking all my sin and shame, dying in my place so I could live in Jesus' name. So when I almost quit, he didn't quit on me. When I was ready to walk, he didn't let me leave. He pursued me in my doubt, he chased me in my pain. He proved that his love endures even through the hurricane of questions and confusion that try to drown my soul. He was the lifeguard pulling me back to the shore, making me whole. And now I understand that faith isn't about the answers we receive. It's about trusting the one who asks us to believe. So I'm here to tell the truth that the church don't always say, that faith is sometimes messy, that we all have losing days when we wonder if it's worth it, if God is even real. But that doesn't make us failures, it makes us human, makes us real. It's okay to have your moments where you wanna quit. It's okay to bring your doubts before the throne and sit in the tension of not knowing, in the mystery of it all. Cause God is big enough to catch you even when you fall. He's not intimidated by your questions or your fear. He's not surprised when you struggle, he just draws you near. And he says I love you even in your weakest state. My grace is still sufficient, it's never been too late. So if you're where I was, ready to walk away, thinking that your faith has failed you, that there's nothing left to say, let me tell you that the story doesn't end here in the dark. God's not in writing chapters, he's still authoring your heart. I almost quit faith, almost threw it all away. Thought God had abandoned me, left me in a grave. But when I was falling, he was holding me still. When I couldn't feel him, he was working his will. I almost quit faith, couldn't see through the night, but he was in the darkness, being my light. Now I'm standing on the other side of doubt, and I know that he never let me go even when I was out. Yeah, he never let me go when I was ready to quit. He held on tighter, wouldn't let me slip. Through his fingers of grace, through his love that remains, even when I almost quit faith.
Yeah, I walked into the gym today, but the heaviest thing I'm carrying is an iron. It's everything I'm holding inside. Let me break this down. I load the ball with plays, I think I'm getting strong, but they don't see the weight I carry it all along. The anxiety that crushes me when I'm alone at night, the depression that tells me I never get this right. The guilt from all my failures, the shame from my mistakes, the fear that I'm not good enough no matter what it takes, the pressure to perform, to be perfect, to achieve, while inside I'm suffocating, barely able to breathe. See, I could bench press 225 without breaking a sweat, but the way my father's disappointment, man, I feel that yet. I could deadlift heavy, yeah, my back is getting wide, but the burden of my past is what I really hide. People see me in the gym and think I got it all together, strong body, strong mind, like I can handle any weather, but they can see inside my chest, see the load upon my soul, they'd understand the real work, I just keeping myself holy. I'm lifting weights to feel some kind of control over a life that feels chaotic, over burdens on my soul, but no amount of reps can heal what's breaking me inside. I'm running from the pain, but there's nowhere left to hide. The weight is in the bars, the hurt I carry daily. It's the trauma and the losses that have shaped me. It's the expectations I can never seem to meet. It's the burden of pretending that I'm not incomplete. The weight is in the bar, it's my heart, carrying burdens too heavy from the start. I'm tired of acting like I'm strong enough alone. Jesus, come and lift what I can't carry on my own. My soul, trying to feel this emptiness, trying to feel whole. I'm laying down these burdens at your feet tonight, cause you promised rest for the weary, you promised light. I see people struggling with barbels on their backs, but nobody talks about emotional attacks. The mental weight of trauma, the spiritual fatigue, of fighting demons daily that nobody else can see. We celebrate the physical, the muscles that we build, but ignore the inner battles, the voids that aren't filled. We post our PRs online, our progress pictures show, but hide the fact we're breaking down when nobody will know. I'm tired of pretending that the gym can fix my pain, that if I just work harder I'll somehow break this chain of anxiety and sorrow that wraps around my chest. The truth is I need Jesus, I need supernatural rest. He said come to me, you weary with your burdens weighing down, I'll give you rest, I'll give you peace. In me you will be found, so I'm bringing in my heartache, my depression and my stress. The weight that's crushing me inside, I'm giving him the mess, cause he can handle what I can, he can carry what I drop. He's the strength beyond my own, he's where my running stops. I don't have to prove my worth through the ways that I can press. My values in his sacrifice and his perfect righteousness. So I'm learning to surrender, to bring him every load, not just physical but emotional, the weight of every road. I've traveled through the darkness, through the valleys of my mind, and he's faithful to be there, he's faithful and he's kind. He doesn't shame me for my weakness, doesn't mock me when I fail. He just says give me your burdens, I've already paid the bill. For every sin, for every scar, for every heavy thing, I died to set you free from this, so let my praises ring. And now I'm living with a purpose that's beyond just getting fit. I'm steward in his temple while surrendering his grip on every area of my life, including what I feel. I'm bringing him the weight of my heart so we can heal. The bar may press against my chest, but it's nothing compared to the weight of all my worries, the weight of feeling scared. But Jesus takes my burdens and he carries them with ease. What crushing me is feather light to him, he brings me peace. The weight is in the bars, my heart carrying burdens too heavy from the start, but I'm not carrying alone anymore tonight. Jesus took the weight upon that cross, now I walk in light. The weight is in the bar, it's my soul, but he's making me complete, he's making me whole. I'm laying down these burdens, I'm giving him control, cause his yoke is easy and his burden's light. He restores my soul. Yeah, he restores my soul. Takes the weight I cannot hold, makes me brave, makes me bold. His love is better than gold.
Yeah. Faith was easy when my life was going smooth, when the bills were paid and I had nothing left to prove. I could quote the scripture, sing the songs with hands held high, but I didn't really know God until I learned to cry. See, when you're comfortable, faith is just a concept, something nice you talk about but never really test yet. But when you're broken on the floor with nowhere left to turn, that's when faith becomes the fire that makes you crash and burn into something new, something real, something raw. Faith ain't pretty when you're desperate, clawing at God's door. I lost everything I thought to find my worth, my career, my relationship, my sense of purpose on this earth. And in that moment when I had nothing left to hold, I finally understood what it means to let God take control. Cause faith is different when you're broken and you're scared, when you're crying out to heaven and you're wondering if he's there, when your prayers aren't eloquent, just desperate cries for help. That's when you discover that his grace is all you felt. I learned to trust him in the darkness, not just in the light, to believe he's working even when nothing feels right. Brokenness became the doorway to a deeper kind of faith, where I stopped performing for God and just collapsed into his grace. When I had nothing left but him, that's when I found he's everything. When my strength had turned to dust, that's when I learned what it means to trust. Faith is different when you're broken, when your world is falling apart, when the pain won't stop and hope seems lost, that's when he rebuilds your heart. Faith is different when you're broken, not a theory but a lifeline thrown. When you're drowning in the deep, he's the one who brings you home. I used to judge the people who would weep during the service, thought they were too emotional performing on the surface. But now I understand that tears are prayers that words can't speak, that brokenness before the Lord is not a sign you're weak. It's the bravest thing you'll ever do, to fall before his throne, to admit you're powerless and you can't make it on your own, to surrender every piece of your shattered, fragmented soul and trust that he can take the fragments and somehow make you whole. Faith is different when you taste the rock bottom floor, when you've lost the will to fight and you can't take anymore. That's when Jesus shows up like he did for Lazarus in the grave, speaking life into dead places, proving he's mighty to save. I learned that brokenness isn't something to avoid or fear, It's the very place where God draws near. He doesn't love us more when we have it all together. He loves us most when we're broken and his love lasts forever. So I stop trying to hide my cracks and scars. Stop pretending I'm strong enough to reach the stars. I brought my brokenness before the throne of grace and found that in my weakness. That's where I see his face. He doesn't fix us like we're objects that are flawed. He redeems us, makes us new. That's the nature of our God. So every broken piece of me became a place for him to dwell. And my testimony now is stronger cause I walked through hell. They say he makes beauty from ashes, but you gotta burn first to understand. They say he binds up the brokenhearted, but you gotta break before you feel his hand. And I broke, yeah, I shattered into pieces, but he didn't leave me on the ground. He knelt down in the wreckage with me. That's where my Savior was found. Not in the highlight real moments, not in the victories I achieved.
Leo alguna del reglamento que se debe respetar. Se debe fomentar el respeto mutuo. Los delegados administrativos, padres y docentes deben promover la barra a favor de su escuela. Está prohibido en todo momento conductas provocadoras o despectivas como los cánticos, porras, burlas, comentarios en contra de la escuela rival, así como las ofensas verbales, enlazar objetos, gestos insultantes y amenazas. Igualmente,
buenas tardes. Hoy se disputa el partido entre la Estancia y la Elbe de la categoría prejuvenil varones. Vemos como el delegado le da a la barra sus instrucciones, a la barra de la Elbe y a la barra de la Estancia. Dos muy buenos equipos. La Estancia que ha sido un muy buen equipo hasta ahorita. Lo hemos visto cómo ha transcurrido durante este torneo y los regionales también. Y de la Elbel, muy buenos jugadores de que pueden hacer un muy buen partido. Este tiene la habilidad de hacer un muy buen partido. Y vamos a ver cómo sale. Bueno, vemos a los dos equipos ya orando, listos, preparados, mentalmente listos para un duelo muy difícil entre los dos, que va a definir quién pasa a la siguiente ronda. Ahí vemos a las cheerleaders de la Elbel que vienen a apoyar a su equipo. Bueno, sale el starting five de la Estancia. El número 30, Figueroa, el 20, Azar, el número 2, el número 5 y el número 13. Bueno, queremos aprovechar este momento para agradecer a nuestros Golden Sponsors. Bueno, nuestros Golden Sponsors: Kia, Corporación Yar, Chevrolet, Cemento Uracem, Banco Ficosa, Banco Cuscatlán, Sonpopo, Vision Development, 504 Express, Timeout y Fundación Pavovi. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias por hacer este gran evento posible.
Aquí estamos con el mejor dúo de la narración en AST.
Así es,
Lorenzo Oriano y Alberto Galeano.
Bueno, ya vamos a comenzar otra vez con este partido de la Elbel contra la Estancia.
Bueno, empieza la Estancia. El número 30, Figueroa, quiere hacer un movimiento rápido, la pierde. Pero la Él la tiene todavía, la recupera. Quiere buscar el 3 con el número 5. Tira, fallar. Tiene el rebound la estancia. La pelea con el número 10. Y encesta el número 20. Azar de la estancia. 2-0. Va a sacar el número 30 de la estancia, Figueroa. La va a llevar el número 13, se la pasa el número 20, el número 20 al 5, el 5, pump fake el 3, el 20 para arriba, falla el número 20. La lleva la Elbel, un pase mal puesto. No había mucha comunicación y vuelve para arriba, Azar el número 20.
Escucha, muy buen comienzo para la estancia.
Definitivamente,
2
definitivamente.
puntos del mismo jugador.
Azar, ese jugador, se ve un jugador que puede pelear abajo.
Así es, sí. Y agarrar muchos rebounds también.
Se nota que eso va a ser algo que vamos a ver mucho hoy. Un jugador que va a estar peleando todas las bolas debajo del aro. Defensivamente y ofensivamente. El número 30, Figueroa, tira de 3. Y encesta. Muy bien de parte del número 30.
Pucha, qué bien comenzó la estancia.
Y una presión al 100% de la estancia. No quieren dejar a la Elbel salir ni un poquito. Bueno, y vemos cómo la vuelven a llevar el mismo jugador. Y encesta otro 3, 10-0. Vienen con todo.
Qué bien que están jugando la Elbel, la verdad.
La estancia, la estancia.
La estancia, perdón. Queremos agradecer a Toyota por patrocinar este gran evento. Después nos vamos a ir a dar una vuelta en la Prado.
Pero bueno, seguimos con el partido. Ya vemos que la estancia vuelve a la cancha. Va a haber un cambio de parte de la... Ah, no, se va a quedar. Se va a quedar el mismo cuadro para los dos equipos.
Jugador ese número 30 de la estancia. Dos tiros de 3 seguidos.
Me recuerda a Rachid Fakuse ayer en el partido de Pre-Boys.
Es verdad.
Bueno, y vemos cómo la Elbel no puede salir de esa presión que le tiene la estancia. Quieren volver a tirar de 3. Fallan. La agarra el número 7, Suazo.
Entra para el layup, pero fallan otra vez. Vuelven a tirar y hay falta.
Bueno, van a haber 2 tiros para la estancia, para el número 20. Azar, que metió los primeros 2 puntos de este partido. Vamos a ver. Respira profundo. Lanza el primero. Y encesta 11-0. Con 8 minutos y 3 segundos en el reloj. Y encesta el número 20 de nuevo. 12-0. El número 30 presiona. El número 3 igual de la estancia presionando. No quieren dejar ni salir a la Elbel. Pero habrá un caminón y el número 5 se cae, pero se levanta. Va a seguir la Elbel y encesta la Elbel su primer punto del partido de parte del número 9.
12-2 va ganando la estancia. Faltan 7 minutos con 19 segundos.
El número 30,
el
fake el 3, va a entrar y en one.
Qué buen jugador es el número 30, la verdad.
Anda on fire. Muy bien de parte del número 30 y de la estancia. Vamos a ver si aprovechan este tiro. Definitivamente un jugador que las escuelas tienen que tener cuidado con.
Sí, bastante cuidado porque, pucha, hasta ahorita ha dado un muy buen partido para la estancia.
Así es, falla el free throw. Bueno, la va a llevar el número 11 de la estancia. Ve de la Elbel. Vemos cómo todavía no pueden ni salir de esa presión, pero logran salir y encestan. Me quebró la palabra el señor de la Elbel.
La lleva el número Número 13, la estancia. Se la pasa.
Va a tirar de 3.
Y falla.
Meléndez el 5, falla el 3. Quiere jugar con el... Uy, recupera la estancia el número 30. El jugador número 30, Figueroa, quiere entrar. Que va a llamar el árbitro. Va a ser una bola para la Elbel. O no, serán 2 tiros para el número 30. Y el número 5 de la Elbel se queja. Dice, ¿qué está pasando? Bueno, y encesta el número 30, Figueroa. Veamos qué hace con el segundo. Falla el segundo tiro. El de la Elbel recupera la bola y el número 11 de la Elbel la tiene. Se la quita el número 20, Azar. Bueno, definitivamente un partido que en los primeros 4 minutos ya van 17 puntos de parte de la estancia. Pero la Elbel sigue contestando y no se está dando por vencida.
Así es, así es. Se le están dando más oportunidades a la Elbel ahorita.
Siento que lo que más le está costando es quebrar esa banda de presión.
Así es, así es. Tira, pero falla la estancia.
Va el número 5 de la estancia, el número 30 pidiendo la bola en el wing. Viene al número 30, está solo, quiere tirar de 3.
Casi, casi.
Vamos a ver qué piensa hacer la estancia. El número 12 la pasa al número 13. Va arriba al 5, va arriba al 5, va arriba al 5. La manda atrás del aro. Va a llevar la Elbel. Ya vieron que la tienen en presión alta. Quieren una jugada y pitan una falta en contra de la Elbel. Va a ser balón para la estancia. Saca el número 2, se la da al número 20. Azar. Azar buscando las opciones. 13, tira. Airball, pero hay una falta.
Y falla el primer tiro libre.
Así es, falla el primer tiro. Vamos a ver qué hace con el segundo, el número 13.
Y encesta el segundo.
Muy bien. Bueno, vamos a ver si la Elbel ahora puede salir de esta presión alta. Logran salir de la media cancha. Quiere hacer el layup, pero no. La defensa de la estancia presiona y los mantiene detrás. Va el 30. La recupera la Elbel. Elbel sigue. Elbel sigue. El número 9 queriendo entrar. Y un rebound de parte de la estancia. ¡Uy, uy, uy! Ojalá no esté lesionado porque si no va a ocupar terapia en Therapy. No pasa nada, todo está bien. Pero acuerden que si se sienten mal, sienten algún golpe, algún roce, vayan a Therapy para que se puedan sentir mejor.
Parte de la Elbel.
Y así es, Lorenzo.
Ese jugador ya lleva como
número
10
7,
puntos.
Número 7 se la quería llevar solo, pero...
Bueno, sale por parte de la Elbel.
Así es.
Tiene el número 2 de la estancia. El número 5 se la pasa el número 30. El número 30 busca entrar, tira y encesta. Pucha, qué bien está jugando ese jugador. No falla ni un punto.
Y el 7 se enreda él solo, queriendo llevarle la bola encima de los demás. La defensa de la estancia es algo que no puede pararse. Presionando desde arriba y presionando abajo al mismo tiempo. Bien pocos puntos los que han logrado.
Tira solo de 3
y encesta. Ese número 30 es una máquina.
No ha fallado Ha fallado solo como un tiro de 3 de todos los que ha hecho.
Uy, lo dejaron saltando y la Elbel encesta. 25-8 con 3 minutos en el reloj del first quarter. Ya llevamos 25 puntos en el first quarter para la estancia. Quiere tirar de 3 de nuevo. ¡Qué grande, número 30! No falla, no falla, no falla. Y va a llamar timeout. Vamos a ver qué quieren hacer. No van a llamar timeout, se va a quedar la Elbel con la bola. Vamos a ver qué planea hacer el coach de la Elbel para parar al número 30, porque hasta ahorita no lo pueden parar.
Y está jugando bastante bien el número 30.
Un jugador tan bueno, uno lo ocupa tener bien defensivamente asegurado, porque si no va a hacer daño.
Sí,
ya vemos cómo
es.
él solo hizo 12 puntos con esos 3.
La Elbel. Ahí va número... Qué buen
Otra
pase
vez
a la esquina. El
va
número
para el
30. Uy.
Ya se confió un poquito, pero bueno.
Sí.
Vamos a ver si le sale una vez más, que está solo otra vez.
Tira y falla.
Va a ser balón para el número
Vuelve
30.
a recuperar el número 30, pero no pudo hacer el pase. Se lo bloquearon, pero todavía la tiene la Elbel. Que busca el número 5 que tira y falla. La tiene el número 20, lo bloquea.
Y un block muy fuerte el número 5. El número 7 queriendo
y no
llevar.
pudo hacer el layup.
Bueno, la va a llevar el número 13 de la estancia haciendo un move. Quiere llevarse a 2. Se puede llevar a 1.
Uy, qué buena jugada. Qué buen
2.
pase, qué buen pase. de
Navarro.
parte El número 13.
Bueno, y también la misma escuela, la estancia, está jugando en la cancha 2. Las chavas de la estancia están jugando en la cancha 2 al mismo tiempo que los prejuvenil varones. El número 9, el 20 de la estancia se cae y le da el punto al número 9. 30-12. Vamos a ver si la Elbel puede recuperarse un poquito más en este quarter, porque solo quedan 50 segundos. 50 segundos.
La Elbel. Vamos a ver qué hacen en estos últimos 47 segundos de este primer quarter.
Va a llevarla el número 10. El número 10 queriendo buscar opciones. El número 9 queriendo llevar. Uy. Y va a ser una bola para la Elbel. Definitivamente un partido que la estancia está enseñando ahorita su dominio.
Así es.
Y no es que la Elbel esté jugando mal, solo es que la estancia ha enseñado que ellos vinieron a jugar, trajeron a los jugadores bien mentalmente preparados.
Encesta la Elbel.
Bueno,
La
30-14.
estancia va ganando 30-14.
Casi por la mitad. Bueno, el 5 quiere entrar,
pero falla. La vuelve a recuperar el número 5. Vamos a ver qué hace. Quedan 5 segundos para que termine el quarter. Yo creo que no saben los jugadores. Tira
el
30.
De 3. ¡Uy! Alguien para a este niño, alguien párelo. Por favor, va a liquidar a esta escuela.
Qué buen jugador para tirar tiros de 3. Hizo el buzzer beater para el primer quarter.
Wow, muy bien de parte del número 30.
Muy buen jugador, la verdad.
15 puntos solo en 3-pointers. Eso es muy sorprendente para solo un quarter.
Así es.
Tendremos que ver cómo va eso, porque yo siento que eso tiene el chance de ser un récord aquí. Tal vez en esta categoría.
Sí, puede ser, es verdad.
Ahorita tiene ese superior. Está siendo superior a ellos. Pero siento que la Elbel quiere regresar. Vemos a sus cheerleaders alegrándolos que sigan adelante.
Mira, Alberto, estamos saliendo allá en la tele, donde están transmitiendo el vivo.
Mucho gusto a toda la gente viéndonos. Va a sacar la estancia. Volvemos al partido.
Bueno, y comienza la estancia. La tiene el número 30. Se la pasa el número 34 y en cesta.
Bueno, quedan 9 minutos y 45
Como que
segundos.
hicieron 2 cambios, si no me equivoco, la estancia.
Eso estoy viendo yo también. Solo veo uno, Lencho, solo veo uno.
Yo veo al número 34. Ah, sí, es verdad, solo uno.
El 34.
Sí.
Sevilla, entró Sevilla. Va a llevar el 5 la estancia. Corre rápido, quiere hacer un layup. Y la recupera la estancia Sevilla, el nuevo entrante.
A ver qué hace el número 13.
Una bola muy peligrosa, muy arriesgada y la pierde, pero ahora la recupera el número 34. Va el 13, quiere entrar. Lo tienen bien bloqueado entre 2.
Y sale.
El número 7 de la Elbe la desvía.
Sale por parte de la Elbe.
Bueno, vemos que el número 30 se acerca a esta esquina donde estamos nosotros los narradores. Peligroso este hombre aquí en el 3-pointer. Yo cuando lo veo detrás de esta línea de 3, ya me estoy imaginando 3 puntos cayendo en ese scoreboard donde dice home.
Es verdad. Vamos a ver qué hace y hay
And
falta.
one. El 5, Meléndez con el and one. 37-14 con 8 minutos y 34 segundos restantes.
Escucha, qué bien está jugando este equipo de prejuvenil, la verdad.
Definitivamente.
La estancia están jugando muy bien, no fallan y pudo completar el N1.
Bueno, vamos a ver el número 7. Llevando la bola para la Elbel. Buscando opciones. No sé qué quiso hacer. Quiso pasarlo por atrás. Arriesgarse con un pase que no valió la pena al final porque le da la posesión de vuelta a los Gators. Bueno, los Gators llevando la bola. El número 5 será el número 30 solo.
Está solo.
¡Ay, qué peligro! ¡Qué peligro! ¡Qué peligro, papá! Alguien párelo. Alguien párelo, que no va a parar. 41-14.
No falla el día de hoy el número 30.
Ese muchacho,
Qué impresionante.
el coach de la Elbel debe estar pensando en cómo parar al número 30, porque gracias a él le han metido 18 puntos solamente, casi la mitad. Bueno, el 30 se vuelve a abrir. Qué miedo me da que se vuelva a abrir este jugador, me da miedo. Se la vuelven a dar. El número 30 quiere entrar, Figueroa. Y busca la falta y la agarra. Consigue la falta el número 30.
2 tiros libres para la estancia, para el número 30. Vamos a ver.
Bueno, puede meter 3-pointers. Vamos a ver si va a meter los free throws. Bueno, falla el primero. Vamos a ver qué hace con el segundo.
Y falla el segundo también, pero...
No, alguien párelo. Alguien párelo. Ya está dando miedo,
Qué exagerado, no para de meter tiros de 3.
Por favor, alguien para este muchacho que es un demonio. Bueno, y el 7 no decidió saltar.
Y
encesta la Elbel, su primer punto del second quarter.
Irán y encesta.
La estancia. Oíme, la estancia tiene la capacidad de ganar este torneo,
Sí,
Lencho.
yo creo que sí, la verdad.
Un muy buen
Tiene
equipo.
muy buen equipo.
Recordemos que la ABSH le ganó. Ley
Sí,
le ganó el primer partido del torneo.
Y ahí Caminón saca la estancia. Y hay un cambio. Sale el número 5.
El 30 se queda. El
y
30
entra el
es la razón por qué la gente está viniendo a ver. Porque esta banca se está llenando. Va el 30 otra vez.
Qué bien entró.
Ay, Dios mío, alguien para este cipote.
Qué bien entró, qué bien está jugando el número 30.
Uy, le rebota en la cabeza 2 veces, pero muy buen pase. El número 10 y hay un caminón.
Y hace un cambio la Elbel. Sale el número 9 y entra el número 3.
Las cheerleaders.
Faltan 5 minutos con 10 segundos de esta primera mitad. Y la estancia va ganando 50-16.
Bueno, la Elbel la lleva. Y va el número 7. Vamos a ver si la logra meter. Pide la falta. Y no se la dan. No le dan el punto. Vamos a ver el 10. El 10 quiere entrar. Lo marca el número 30. La va a llevar el número 13 de la estancia. Y en one. Ay, Dios mío, esta escuela de la estancia prejuvenil varones no falla.
Vamos a ver si logra completar el N1.
Me tiene preocupado la Elbel. Yo sé que la Elbel puede hacer más. Yo he visto a esta escuela jugar.
Sí, es verdad.
La hemos visto jugar vos y yo. Y es una muy buen equipo de baloncesto.
Y falla.
Le está faltando esa comunicación. Y yo siento que lo bajó. Fue que al principio lo estaban marcando a full court. Y eso los desconcentró completamente.
Sí, es verdad,
la estancia pudo meter puntos.
sea.
Y ahora están intentando volver a agarrar ese ritmo, pero la estancia ya lo agarró.
Es verdad, Alberto, tenés razón. Pero bueno, nunca es tarde para seguir mejorando y
nunca se sabe.
Arreglando, así es.
Nunca se sabe, como dijo Don Chelato.
La lleva el número 2. Ahora la lleva el número 13.
El 13, un pase bien bonito para el número 2. Navarro con un layup. Bueno, vemos que el 7 de la estancia se ve un poco cansado. Le pide que siga, que él lleve la bola. Bueno, le queremos agradecer a Farmacia Simán. Si se sienten mal, si ocupan medicina, por favor vayan a Farmacia Simán a comprar, porque ahí tienen las mejores medicinas del país. Otra vez, muchas gracias Farmacia Simán por patrocinar este evento. No fuera posible sin ustedes. Bueno, el número 7 se la pasa al 10. El 10 se la da a otro jugador, pero falla y la va a llevar la estancia de nuevo. Buscando a alguien libre al 24, parece que quiere entrar. La recupera el número 7, el número 7 la lleva muy rápido el número 7, muy veloz. Uy, hace un Eurostep. Uy. Se lleva toda la cancha y mete ese floater. No celebró para nada. Bueno, la Elbel contra la estancia se encuentra 56-18 en el second quarter. Quedando 2 minutos y 26 segundos.
Bueno, queremos aprovechar este momento para agradecer a nuestros patrocinios Silver Plus, D-Box Mayo y a nuestros patrocinadores Silver, Simán, La Crepería, Pronto, CBC Pepsi, Terafit, Televicentro, Corporación Taurus.
Bueno, mi amigo Lorenzo tiene un saludo pendiente.
Bueno, queremos mandarle un saludo a unas amigas que nos están viendo en el live. Juntos y qué bueno, la verdad. Y está teniendo más oportunidades abajo del aro, la verdad, y le están saliendo mejor.